Let's Go 360. I'm here with my friend David, and today we got a treat. We're going to be looking at his 2024 GT. You know, 2020. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
I think you said Ford, but it sounded like a Ford.
2024 GT, and I'll let David explain his car.
All right. It's a 2024 GT. It is the third generation GT followed the 2005 and 6 Ford GTs. In 2015, Ford announced that they were going to go back to Le Mans and win the 24-hour Le Mans for the 50-year anniversary of winning in 2016, and they brought this new body style out. And they signed up and raced the cars for 4 years. They went in 2016 and won first, second, and fourth place, almost duplicating what they did in '66 when they won first, second, and third.
That's just amazing.
You know, it's got a 3.5 EcoBoost twin turbo V6. It's complete carbon fiber car. This model is a heritage. It's a 50-year anniversary of the car that won Le Mans in 1969, number 6 car. And
hence your number.
Yep. So in 1968, Golf Fuel sponsored Ford's GT, and number 9 car won Le Mans in 1968, and they took the same car, then number 1075, and they flipped the number to a number 6, and they raced the same car the following year in '69 and won in '69 too. So it's the only car to win consecutive back-to-back 24-hour Le Mans.
That's awesome, and just do so in an American vehicle.
Yeah,
what makes it so awesome.
They had a little battle going with Ferrari. Ferrari had won 7 years in a row prior to Ford going over there and beating them in '66. So they won '66. They won in '67, '68, and '69, and then they didn't race again after that until '16, and they went back and won again. So American cars, they're made at Multimatic race facility, made the street production cars. There's a total of 1,350 cars produced, and that'll be it for this body style GTs. They say that'll be it, but they said that was it in '05 and '6 too. So, but we call it a flying buttress, where the air all comes through here. Lots of downforce. You'll see when we get inside, the cockpit's real small, like a teardrop feature. With this flying buttress here, it wouldn't really give room with the body design for a V8, a big wide V8. So, twin turbo V6, 674 horse. There's my.
Is that your truck?
That's my truck. Yes, sir. But it's all carbon fiber. The complete car's carbon fiber. The wing is all functional. Below 15 miles an hour, they want it stored in the upright position. And for car shows, they don't want you operating. It's all hydraulic and get children's fingers in the.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Thought of everything. Yeah, the headlights are awesome. Yeah, carbon fiber. And what a beautiful day too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can see right here. I mean, just all carbon fiber.
Yeah, the bottom half of the bottom of the car are the doors.
Yeah, you can see where the air comes in.
The options were the roundels with the numbers. This is the Golf Heritage Edition. You You can see on the door panels the ghosted number 6.
Oh, okay. That's really cool. And when this is in production, do they send you like a thing to let you know like what stage?
Oh, a big thing they sent us. So this car wasn't available for people to go to the dealer and buy. You had to be picked, an application process. And the application was for the real Ford enthusiasts to have a chance to own one. You signed a contract that you wouldn't sell it in 2 years, and the application about a 3-hour. Yeah, what do you drive to work? What's the VIN number? What's your wife drive to work? What's the VIN number? What cars do you have in your collection? What Ford cars are you? Do you own a Ford GT? Are you original owner of a GT? All that kind of stuff, and shows, car shows, events, showing that you take them out and share Ford's products. So that's how you get. That's how you got picked. There's people that have never been told no in their life, and we're told no, you're not getting a Ford GT. So yeah, just the mechanic for Ford here in town for 30 years, and just lucky enough to get picked.
Oh yeah, live right.
Lead Ford Blue.
Oh yeah, and there you go. Beautiful blue. Of course, people here in Florida, they're gonna see it like, yeah, Gators.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I'm not a Gator fan. I'm a Seminole fan.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, see, I'm from Idaho, and I'm a Boise State fan, so I'm like, blue and orange, Boise.
Yep.
One of my best friends works for Auburn. It's a different blue and orange.
Right.
So there's a lot of.
Yeah, there's 66 Golf was a dark blue and orange. So that would have been like the Auburn.
Yeah, interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one. I mean, I love the sky blue and the orange. It's just a cool combination.
It's titanium exhaust. Let's see if we can get in and start it out. It has a whole lot of functions. Well, I'll get in and start it. I'll show you some functions. If you want to stand outside, I'll roll the window down. We'll show the nose. There's just a button. I can raise the nose if there's obstacle while driving. I can raise the nose instantly. I'll put it in track mode. The whole car lowers about 2.5 more inches from what it is.
Oh wow!
The wing comes up and is functional in track mode, and yeah, we'll take it for a ride.
I can't wait. Yeah, I'll just go up front to see the road, the nose, and I'll walk around kind of the back for the others. Let's come off here, kind of the side. That's awesome. Got a little hydraulics to it.
Yeah, the whole suspension is hydraulic suspension, and this is the track mode.
That's cool.
Don't drive it up on the road in the snow.
No, you're gonna scrape up that beautiful bottom that you saw on the doors. Climb on in here. Lower this down a little bit. Man, this is beautiful.
Find it? Cool. Yeah, usually wear these, but they say, oh, for the Alcantara steering wheel, it's good to wear the oil from your hands on. get to it, so I practice.
Gotcha.
It's a real comfortable car.
Oh, it is.
Street legal, layers, ice cold. It's very
That's nice. I love all the carbon fiber. It's always my favorite look.
So it's this 50-year anniversary of the car that won Le Mans '69, and the VIN number is 69.
Okay.
And that was a request that we so I take it out of track mode. It raises. We'll drive it in sport.
Seats are actually comfortable.
Yeah.
A lot of sports seats are not very comfortable to actually sit in. Like this, you can actually ride in this for, good for a couple hours.
No, it's a comfortable ride. It's low. Go find some winding roads.
Sounds like a plan.
All the controls are on the steering wheel. Turn signals, wipers. The display changes with what function you're in. We're in sport mode right now. I can change the suspension to comfort, not in sport mode. See here, now we're in normal for N. See that normal, and now comfort mode. The little shocks with the C on the bottom there, and it just softens the ride for drivability wise. And in normal, you'll see it shifts its boom, 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 real soft, like
smooth. And like this transmission, how many speed is it?
7-speed,
7-speed.
dual disc clutch.
Okay. That's nice.
See, you feel that? That's just for me going to sport mode.
Okay, yeah.
With the throttle at the same, and then it. Navigation, all the comforts of a normal car, really.
Yeah.
Other than luggage room. The pedals, the seats aren't movable. The seats are all part of the cockpit.
Okay.
There's a strap here on the side, and the whole pedals will pull to you, and the steering wheel moves. So that's how you get your comfort.
Okay. That's nice. Nice ride. Yeah. The engine sounds great. The engine's nice.
I got a buddy that's he's all about the V8s, and my one friend is a Corvette buddy, and he's like, you got to take Jim for a ride. He thinks V6, but when he rides in it, that'll change his mind. But yeah, in sport mode, it's all, I'm not pedaling it or nothing. It's all very aggressive. I didn't even paddle shift it or nothing when we just accelerated it. It's got a good program itself, calibration wise. No reason to, if you change it to, if you're on it and you accelerate on it and you start with the pedals, it stays with pedals. You can over rev it. It has a rev limiter. This here, I don't know if we've seen it or not, but it'll change. It changes color. Let's see here. See if I. So if you start with, then you can see I hit the rev limiter there. But if I don't, and I just let the sport mode go,
It doesn't.
it runs better that way.
That's, like when you switch it down to like track for a launch, I can only imagine how much
Yeah,
quicker it is just on that mode.
This car has launch control, which it'll have a rev limiter. Let's see here. I have to, let's see, one behind us.
Good. Some love bugs.
Launch control, off, on, and then that's launch control. But yeah, rev limiter, everything, all
Gets
factory built into the car.
That's awesome.
And it put you in the seat.
Yeah. Greatest feeling.
So, what do you want to do? But yeah, it's
Yeah. It's a great car. Nice.
Michelin Sport Cups on it, factory, real sticky tire,
Yeah, it's
tire pressure monitors. They want you at 30 psi, so they get warm. You can monitor them.
I love how your dash is like a cutout.
That was the first launch control I ever done in the car.
Oh. Well, I'm glad to join you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I mean,
But that's like the Cobra Jet race car that you've seen. That's two-step where it's an ignition interrupter and keeps the RPM at a certain until you let off the brake, and then it comes on. That's how those quarter-mile drag cars work the same way.
do you know what this car would be in the quarter?
I think it runs about a 940
Okay.
in the quarter.
And what's your Cobra Jet at?
My Cobra Jet runs at, it's got a slow tune in it right now, and it runs 856 at 168 mile an hour in the quarter.
Wow.
Yeah, it's this one don't pop wheelies.
Yeah.
Cobra Jet will.
You see how you got the wheelie bar. What's the highest you think you've gotten that front end off?
You change the wheelie bar height and also the looseness in the front shocks.
Okay.
Like I said, real big wheelies is slowing you down. So you want to transfer all the weight to the back, and the 60 foot is where your times pick up, and 123, 121, 60 foot. So I changed it to normal, and you could feel the softness of the suspension.
I'm gonna roll the window down and stick it out for a second.
Yep.
Just as we drive, just get a quick. It's awesome being able to see right through the body.
Right?
It's that cutout, I guess, makes it kind of nice. You can really see if there's someone behind you by just looking through your car's body.
Right.
Yeah, there's really not a lot of blind spots on this either. So.
No, it covers good. Like I said, so the wing is up now, and let's see here. I'll wing deployment, and I can change it, and the wing just went down.
Okay.
But like I said,
Oh, that's cool.
Below 15 mile an hour, they don't want you manipulating the wing because of at car shows.
Yeah.
But,
Okay. Yeah, I'm just glad that it's not cloudy and overcast.
no, the load bugs calm down some.
Yeah.
The whole car has a clear film wrap on it to
Okay.
protect it because of the carbon fiber. All the little stones that the sticky tires throw up on it would pepper it. They say I have my guy that wrapped the cars. I had a customer that only drove it 70 miles before he brought it to have it wrapped, and all of the wheel well lips all were stone chipped from. So the car, it took a month to wrap the car. I spent a month at the guy's place, but he took the doors apart, took the mirrors off. Most places don't take the mirrors off; they cut around, and then it has a seam.
Okay.
So
No, I mean you can't even tell that it has a film on it. It just looks straight from the factory. Whoever did a tremendous job. Yeah, I really appreciate you sharing this car
Yes,
with us.
sir.
This is, as I was saying, I mentioned before that this Ford GTs is always like kind of a bucket list to see, and not just be able to sit in one. My dad worked for Ford. He was the finance manager for Ford for a while,
okay.
and he says I'm the only person he's ever known that's actually ridden in one. So I was like, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I worked as a technician for 28 and a half years here in town in Hernando County. Just two dealerships, family ran and owned dealerships that I worked at as senior master technician. So I changed my own oil in here, and
That's good. I can imagine changing the oil on this probably isn't an easy thing.
now it's got all carbon fiber panels under the whole bottom of the car, have to come off of the car, which when they wrapped the car, they took all them off and hand wrapped every one of those panels also.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
That's awesome. They really knew what they were doing.
So there's probably 25 2020 GTs, Heritages, and they're, like I said, they all different levels of options for a Heritage. The numbers is an option. Carbon fiber wheels is the first option for a Heritage in 2020. So in 17 and 18 and 19, there's always people with cameras out and start not so safe environment
Yeah.
to take a car like this out.
Yeah, I remember seeing like a guy posted a video. He was in Italy and he had a Ford GT,
Okay.
a 20, and people had no idea what it was. And that's why he was loving it, because people were like, "What is this?" It looks like a really cool Italian car. But we don't recognize it.
Right. People see the little Ford emblem in the front, or when you say, if you call for parts or anything, and they're like, "Okay, Mustang GT," and we're like, "No, Ford GT," and they don't recognize what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, wow. Flying with us.
Yeah.
Yes. What a ride.
It's a pretty good little turn up here. Yeah, canopied over, beautiful out.
But this is very, it's very easy to see out
It's
of.
friendly, driver friendly.
That's beautiful.
hooks to the ground. You don't realize the speed that
Oh no.
that you're even getting too quick for a V6.
No, it definitely pushes you in the seat. I mean, it's
So what would you say? They compromised with the V6, but they gained fuel economy. They gained with the flying buttresses. There's all kinds of aero in this car. The factory race car, they call it BOP, which is where they restrict horsepower to make them all even with each other.
okay.
And this car will make 21 to 23 pounds of boost. The factory race car, because of how fast they were, they're only 7 pounds of boost.
Oh, wow.
That's how restricted. That's it. And the Europeans really, they ganged up on Ford. When Ford went in 16 and they was first and second and fourth for the win, the third place car was a Ferrari, and there's lights on the side of the car that display the number, and it has to be lit all night long. If the light goes out, they get red flagged and they have to come in and fix them and take pit time to do it.
Oh, wow.
And it's not a 3-second or a 10-second job. It could be 5-minute repair. And on the 24-hour Le Mans in 16, they the Ferrari that was in third place was red flagged to come in and fix the lights, and they chose to not come in, and they stayed in third place by not coming in. And then the European Council docked them so many seconds for not coming in, which were not comparable to what it would have cost to fix the lights themselves. And if they would have did real time, Ford would have took 1, 2, 3 like they did in 66. But they did do 1, 2, and 4. Yep. But yeah, they had a big battle. Ford did, going over there for not racing since '69, and then going there to prove something.
Show them back up just to be like, hey, we want to let you know we still dominate this
Right.
if we want to.
Right. Yep. Well, they did. They did good. They raced for 4 years. They signed an agreement. They told the public they would race them for 4 years, and they raced them for 4 years. But yeah, this is beautiful driving, huh?
No, this is awesome. I mean, it's one thing that when I moved from the west to the east that always surprised me is how green and like lush it is. It's so thick.
Yep.
Nice farm.
Yeah, up on the hill.
It's a Monday, but this is just like a beautiful, just Sunday drive, just
Right.
out through Florida, just north of Tampa. It's one thing I love about Tampa. Like, if you want the big city feel, you just go downtown. It's not a whole lot of traffic, it's not a lot of cool stuff. But then if you just want
To
get out,
Right.
and enjoy, just kind of out in the country,
Yeah.
20 minutes out, boom.
We had 28 acres and we had cattle. We had stuff that most children don't get to see, calves being born and stuff, So that was good for our children to grow up versus in the city.
Oh, yeah.
People don't get to see.
Yeah, for sure. You kind of grow up, you have an appreciation, kind of, you understand what it's like to farm, to work,
Yep.
where the fruit comes from.
Yeah, people look at me pull up in this car and ask if I was a doctor, and I start laughing and showing my hands all beat up knuckles. So would you let me work on you? But hey, people's cars are as important as their body, so it was a good.
No, I mean, it's, you've worked hard, you've saved, you've kind of done what you need to do, and you know, as you say, this is a car you always wanted to have, and
Yes, sir.
you know, as long as you set goals, you set your mind to it, you can accomplish.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
can.
hard work.
Everybody has the same opportunities. It's just work ethic and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it just lowered on its own. But at 85 mile an hour, that wing will be up in sport mode. And if I touch the brake pedal, it will flip down like the airplane wings do and cause a lot of downforce on the back so the car wouldn't spin out. So that's all part of the functioning.
That's awesome. Yeah, they really did think of everything.
So here I'll treat you to a nice little. You ever been to the this for veterans? For the veterans, you ever been to this Bushnell?
I haven't.
It's beautiful. This is the one road I told you about that's nice and winding.
Yeah.
And I hadn't even thought about. We'll go out. They keep it very nice. I have a friend that's retired, deceased military that's buried out here in Bushnell.
Okay. I've never been out this way, so this is. Just picturesque. Just the trees, the overhang, you're just so close to them too. You know, like the one thing is coming from the west is like with the Civil War, you know, a lot of stuff fought up through, is like how deep the forest is. Like I couldn't imagine trekking through this type of woods.
Oh yeah. With a compass. No street signs or nothing.
Yeah, and I mean, just your visibility is so low, and just the marshes.
All of the trees look the same.
And then you walk through a swamp without even knowing, like, it just, your ground, your terrain just changes.
So yeah, this is the function that raise it up over these railroad tracks. And then just a touch of a button.
That's awesome.
I think some of the cars are air and it's like a 30-second delay before, and when you're really driving you don't have that kind of time.
No. Harleys is nice.
Yeah. Get across this road, it gets a little winding and nice.
Lake Lindsay. I would imagine there's a lake back in here somewhere.
Yeah, there's big lakes. It's made for.
Oh yeah. Just hit the open road and go. It's so smooth too. It's,
Yeah. Yeah, they built a really good car.
oh yeah, it's one thing, you know, Ford's done amazing. Is this, you know, the Mustangs are great, but this car, just the engineering behind it's amazing.
Don't think of Ford and supercars, and you got a 3-year unlimited mileage on it.
Oh wow.
Yep. But yeah, you was talking about the process or the journey. We, when we got picked, we got a big email went out to all of the people that were picked, and then it said, "Congratulations, you've been allocated a 2020 Ford GT." And then we're like, "Wow, great! You know, we got picked." And then the next email came, by the way, for 2020, we offer Heritage, we offer a Carbon Series, we offer, there's 8 basic colors: yellow, whites, reds, blues, a gray, a silver, black, a base color cars. And then they sent me a packet. It comes in a carbon fiber box. It has all of the little paint colors.
That's
and
awesome.
The wheel colors and the caliper colors, and you can put it all together and build what you want to do. But we was making my wife crazy with not knowing that we would get picked for a Heritage. I would stick into some blues, and I would ask her if she liked this blue or if she liked that blue color, and she's like, "You're making me crazy with these darn decisions." And the best thing that happened is that we got picked for a Heritage, and that took all of the choices out of the realm. So saved some arguments.
That's good, yeah. I mean, I
See,
mentioned
now there's
before.
some nice country.
Oh yeah. Because the color's beautiful. I mean, my wife, she's not a big blue and orange fan because, I mean, as I mentioned, all my Boise State stuff. Now I have some Auburn stuff. She just in general is like, I don't see how orange and blue goes together.
Right?
But I'm like, to me, I love it.
Probably when we were growing up, I remember Mom said blue and green don't match. So, but you never really thought of blue and orange either until they put it together, and it's a real popular. Of all of the Le Mans liveries, the Golf Heritage blue and orange is the most popular color.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I love it. As you mentioned, like the older one that had the darker blue with orange. I was at a museum. I think it was down in Naples, so I don't want to get it wrong, but they had a lot of some old original Ford GTs.
Okay.
And they had the darker blue with the orange in their show. And
most people don't know about that color combo.
yeah, it's just kind of funny because at the time my connection was at Boise State, and I sent him a photo, and I was like, hey, you know, too bad this isn't a little brighter blue. It'd be great Boise State. But now it's kind of funny because that same guy now works at Auburn. So it's like, well, little did we know that just several years down the road, now that car matches where you work.
Sure. Didn't know you was starting that one, huh?
Yeah, this is just awesome. Yeah, you know, before I got in a sports car or a race car or anything exotic, I never really fully understood or appreciated the racing seats until you start hitting those the curves and the sharp turns and stuff. And I go, okay, I'm glad that I have them, otherwise I'd be in your lap.
Right. Yeah. No, it keeps you. It's a small. It's comfortable. I'm comfortable.
Yeah. Same. It's got enough leg room.
Yep.
You know,
There's that one little pad there that comes out.
Oh, okay.
My wife is only 5 foot tall, so we keep it there. But
that's nice. I mean, I'm 5'10", and it's plenty comfortable enough for me.
cool.
Still enjoying this beautiful ride, and Yeah, so he's gonna take us out to a cool cemetery out here, which is for veterans.
Yeah, National Cemetery
That's cool.
in Bushnell, Florida.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still just blown away by just the scenery out here. We go to sometimes we go out to Plant City because they have
Okay.
like you pick it like for strawberries,
Right.
some raspberries and stuff. It's got a lot of kind of cool nature roads and stuff like this
Right.
there too.
Yeah, some farms. I bought a trailer out there, an equipment trailer, and I drove through Tampa and I-4, and then I ended up turning off of the big paved highways, and then all of a sudden it was just beautiful.
It's cool terrain. Florida National Cemetery.
Yeah, they're working on it. Must be putting yeah, they're building something, but they keep this place beautiful for the veterans.
Oh yeah, just the front gate and stuff. It's this is really nice. It's neat. Yeah, I think I mentioned with you when I was in the Air Force. One job I had is I worked at the Presidential Honor Guard. So I was stationed at Bowling Air Force Base in D.C. and I did over 300 funerals in Arlington National Cemetery. I was part of a firing party, and I fired on about 100 funerals out there as well. And you know, there's nothing, I guess, more kind of humbling, but also to let you appreciate what our heroes have given, and seeing just the rows and rows of the tombstones.
Yes, sir.
It's seeing the flag on a casket just gives you a whole different appreciation to what that flag means.
Yeah, I've been to only one here, and a Navy veteran.
Okay.
Was a very close friend of mine, and the whole process was very beautiful process. Sad though too, sad. And
Oh yeah, I mean it's, I fired on a lot and I stood on a lot. And when you stand, you're in a flight 3x6, but you're close enough to the family that you can hear the chaplain talking. You can hear them talking to their loved ones, and it's extremely emotional. It's it's very hard, not to kind of personalize it or whatever. Like, how would I feel if that's my loved one, my father, brother, husband, whatever?
sure.
So it's hard. Like, there's a lot of jobs where you get choked up. I mean, I've teared up on a lot. I'm glad that with their hats, they got the black shininess on the front of it, where it's like we're wearing sunglasses that you can't see our eyes.
Okay.
Because I mean, there's been a lot of jobs. I remember firing on a joint service job where there was a joint casket. There's a couple service members got blown up in a Humvee on a convoy, and there's no way to distinguish, unfortunately.
Right.
So I ended up doing a joint, and that was it reminded me of like law enforcement. It's just abandoned brothers, just like the military is. And these were military police, and so like the military police and all the surrounding bases came to show their respect to these military police that died in Iraq. And I mean, it was just hundreds of guys in their dress blues lining up, huge wreaths, huge support. I mean, every one of us on the firing line, teary-eyed.
Sure,
I mean, it
tore
was.
up. Yeah, what they
It's
did
hard.
for
I
this
mean,
country.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's nice to come here and see how nice they keep it, respectful,
Oh, this is
for,
awesome.
groomed, beautiful.
I really appreciate you taking me here.
Yeah,
I didn't
this
know it
is-
was here. I didn't know it was this nice.
Yep, it is. I didn't know it was either till a friend of mine passed, and he was part of this this car journey. He was disappointed in 15 when we didn't get picked, and then when we resubmitted in 18, he's like a father figure to me, the closest thing to a dad that I've had in a long, long time. And he said, "Oh, that's gonna get you picked."
You know what that is? These boxes here.
My buddy's in one of these boxes.
This
Yes,
is
sir.
Yep. What the urns are when people cremated. It's
Yeah,
still.
he was cremated and
It's
put
a
here.
beautiful ceremony for the cremations.
Yep. So when we got the car, we came back and seen him.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
he is real proud of me. A really good guy. Like I said, consider him closer than my dad ever was as a father figure.
I mean, I didn't really have many people in my family that were military. Like, actually, my uncle, who I really don't know, actually, it's my uncle's brother, was a full-blown colonel. But that's like the only person that I kind of knew. My uncle, I believe, served, but I didn't really know him very much. So military wasn't really big in my family. I joined kind of for the experience, for as like with business, to talk with people and how to work, and also
Right.
work on planes and whatnot. But and when I got in, I just got a much bigger appreciation for our veterans, and just talking with most vets. It's just some of the coolest experiences I've ever had in my life, just hearing their stories. And that's kind of why I came up with, thought of Vets Go 360s. I'm a disabled vet, but luckily I can do these kind of things. I can function, but there's so many of us
Right.
that can't. And, with the 360 cameras, I look at stuff with like amusement parks or just rides in cars. You go into just a walk on a beach. A lot of vets can't do that.
Yep.
But now with technology, with the 360, you can spin it. You can get that feeling of being there. And also with like VR headsets, like these cameras hook up to the VR headset, so you can put on the headset and really get that full feel of being there. You can look around, look
Okay.
up, down,
Wow.
and get that full experience.
Technology, huh?
Yeah, exactly. It's quite amazing. That's why I love cars. I grew up loving them. That's why I was like, man, I know most vets I talk to also love cars.
Sure.
And same with sporting events. And I just want to be able to give the veterans that kind of a view that you don't normally see. Like I was talking about, like Auburn football. Most of us as fans, we always see the players run out onto the field, so we're used to seeing them from our view. And that's what's cool, is being able to go with Auburn team for the Iron Bowl and actually give the fans their view looking out.
Right.
The
whole experience.
Exactly.
Cool.
I've spoke with guys with the Tampa Bay Lightning, and I think I might be able to work something out maybe this coming year and have a player for the Lightning to take the camera out, and as we're talking about different viewpoints, having the player's view looking through the glass at a fan, banging the glass, rather than ours banging the glass of them looking at us.
Right.
So it would be just so amazing
That's
to get
cool. There's some real good players that you could mic up.
Oh yeah, I mean like Braden Point, or there's a lot of cool stuff you can do, and just to hear the sound that their skates make on the ice as they're
Right, cutting. Sure.
Just like that, or just like with basketball, they have cool entrances with music. It's kind of like a rock performance. Like I'd love to do something with the Magic. I mean, there's so many different things, like with the parachute. Just find some different views.
Sure.
So,
Set the stage.
yeah.
Yeah. I think the Lightning play in the playoffs tonight.
Ooh. Yeah, I think
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday this week.
we got a good team. That's one thing that's kind of funny is
Florida,
we got
right?
yeah, exactly. We got a two-time sailing